John Stiegelmeyer, Mike Hibbs, of course, and his wife, Barry Adams. My daughter fondly refers to us as an old farts group. Since about September, we've been gathering once a month, reading different books. It's kind of started as a book club, and then kind of as the political season went on and the year began, we kind of kicked around the idea of having some public forums on different topics. The one we had in June covered things like national defense and small business and healthcare, touched on healthcare, and then general economy. The healthcare thing just seems to have bubbled up since July, and it just seemed reasonable to have a community discussion. Kind of the rules of the game, though, that I'd like to do if we could kind of bend towards these tonight. This isn't a meeting about presenting a particular point of view, political point of view, whether you're for it or against it. It seems like Washington is telling us what we need, and what we had envisioned was to listen to what our healthcare providers that actually have to deal with this stuff every day. What do they see? What are their issues? What do they need? And then see how we can go along to assist wherever this thing is going to go in directing it to make sure that they kind of they get the assistance that they need. So this isn't talking about HR 3200, if any of you have bothered to read it. It's not to debate specific plans. I think there's 5 of them that are out there. It's not to promote or to demean any particular plan or political group or political party. But rather it's to listen to our providers, learn their issues, listen to their thoughts and suggestions about resolving their individual problems, and then provide us the time to ask them questions so we can clarify for ourselves kind of where they're stuck, and see if there's any way as this process moves forward, as it's obviously going to this fall, is there any way we can assist them as a community or as a community of interested citizens by tapping our representatives on the shoulder and sharing our thoughts with them. I want to hold this to an hour and a half. Mike is brutal with this thing. The last time we had this, the bell was pretty bad, and he didn't hesitate to use it at all. We're going to ask each guest to chat about 10 minutes. John, we've got a seat up here just for you. We're going to ask each guest to kind of chat for about 10 minutes. We've got Dr. Meeker, of course, representing, all these guys are representing themselves, I think. Is that a fair statement? Mike Reiki, Bob Moen. The reason Bob's here, he's my insurance guy. He's the first insurance guy I thought of to grumble at. Plus, he just wrote my policy for next year. So my thoughts are pretty clear on Bob. And then John Klingman, pharmacist in town. Mike LaGrange is working tonight, but he said he'd see if he could mosey around about 8 o'clock so he can chat too. So this is the first chance they've had to kind of see this outline, but I'm sure all of them think about these issues every day as far as how it affects their ability to do business and what their concerns are. So starting in no particular order, Mike, we'll start with you.